Good morning. We're going to learn how to make an energy tea today. Yummy. First thing you need to do is pull out your recipe. The energy teas are at the back. It lists each flavor that we have. Occasionally we have a seasonal flavor of the energy tea also, and it'll be on a sticky note. Right now we have cinnamon apple tea, so it's on a sticky note here. Okay, then you're going to get your mixer. This is what we use for our tea. If you're making two of the same kind, you'll have to use the larger one, which is right there. And go ahead and grab your measuring spoon. This calls for 1 pump of liquid caffeine, which is right here. The pump that comes with this is not real reliable, so we actually measure it out. 1 pump is equal to 1 teaspoon, and that's written up here for you if you forget that. Okay? All right, we're going to actually make a tea for you today. Let's do the peach melba. The peach melba calls for 2 ounces of peach and 1 ounce of raspberry, and those are the fruit purees that we use in our regular smoothies. They're over here in the first fridge. We need raspberry and we need peach. Okay. Don't forget, always swirl them up a little bit. Give them a swirl so in case they're settled. All right, 2 ounces of peach. There's measurements on the side of your shaker cup. Okay, 1 ounce of raspberry gives you a total of 3 ounces. Now there's not a 3 on here, but you know 3 is going to be halfway between 2 and 4. Okay. All right, then always shake up your liquid caffeine real well before you pour it in. Hold your spoon over the cup, that way if it spills it will go in the cup. We're going to measure a teaspoon. Okay. All right, then we're going to get our actual tea, and it's in the last cooler. Always shake it up too before you pour it in. All right, and we're going to do 7 ounces of tea. So that'll bring you up to 10 ounces. Okay. All right, and then the last thing we'll do is fill it up to the 16-ounce mark with ice. Your ice scooper is behind the ice machine right there. Hold it over the sink to put your ice in, just up to the 16. Then put your lid back on, as tight as you can get it. Okay. And when you shake, you're going to have to hold this part down to make sure it's closed completely, and you just give it a really good shake. While I'm shaking, I'm going to the freezer to get the frozen peaches. Some of our energy teas call for a frozen fruit in them, and some of them do not. This one does. So I'm going to pull out the peaches while I'm shaking. Okay, we put the teas in the clear cups. The lids for the clear cups are behind the ice machine. Okay, then I'm going to put this down and let it settle a little bit before I pour it. And I'll go ahead and get a peach. I'm not going to get a glove because I'm not going to pick the peach up with my bare hands. I'm just going to push a peach out into the cup, not ever touching it, so I don't have to waste a glove for that. All right, notice this has a little bit of foam at the top, but not as much. If you'll open this part and pour it through there, that'll eliminate some of the foam. And you're going to pour it all in your cup. And then we're going to take the whole lid off to get the rest of the ice. And then it's ready to put your lid on. Okay, the Energy Tea comes with 1 teaspoon of the caffeine, liquid caffeine. You can get an extra teaspoon of the caffeine, an extra pump is what that's called. You can also put B12 in the Energy Tea because the B12 is liquid. So you can add that also. That's an extra price for that. All right, now we've got a yummy Energy Tea ready to go. Okay, we have one more option for Energy Tea, and that's called Tea to Go. We only have one size of our teas, it's 16 ounces. So some people want more tea. So we have what we call Tea to Go, and the instructions for that are written on the sticky note down at the bottom. Basically what you're doing is making 2 of the same kind of teas together. We'll pour half in each cup. 1 cup will have ice in it and 1 cup will not have ice in it. So you're going to use the larger container to make the Tea to Go because the other one is too small. And you'll follow the recipe and just double it for 2 teas using the measurements on the side of the blender cup here, okay? You'll do the exact same routine. You'll double everything, you'll shake it up really well, and then you'll use 2 glasses. You're gonna pour just tea into one of the glasses, and then in the second glass, you're going to do tea and ice. And that way, they can have 1 tea ready to drink now with ice in it. And then the other tea will not have ice in it so that they can add that to their first tea, or they can drink that tea later on ice. And that way the ice is not sitting in it, melting and diluting the Energy Tea. And that's called Tea to Go. And you ring that up by just putting 2 teas. You do get a discount for this one. It's 2 for $7 instead of $4 each. So you ring that up by bringing up 2 teas, and you subtract $1 from one of the teas to make a total of $7 instead. We do sell a few of those, not real often, but you do need to know what to do when somebody wants tea to go.